The winter wind howled through the empty streets, biting at David Carter's exposed skin as he pedaled his battered bicycle through the pre-dawn darkness. The rusty chain squeaked in protest with every rotation, a sound as familiar to him as his own heartbeat. His breath came in visible puffs, mingling with the frosty air as he navigated the sleeping city. This was his life, a relentless cycle of toil that began each day at 3:30 a.m., when the world was still wrapped in silence. First job, milk delivery, 4 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. David's frozen fingers clutched the handlebars as he made his rounds, delivering glass bottles of milk to doorsteps in the affluent neighborhoods. He knew each house by heart, the Johnsons with their perfectly manicured lawn, the Wilsons who always left their porch light on for him. As he placed each bottle carefully on the stoop, he tried not to think about how these people slept in warm beds while his own children, Emily and Jacob, huddled together under thin blankets in their cramped apartment. Second job, diner shift, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. By the time the sun peeked over the horizon, David was already behind the counter at Pete's Diner, his second job of the day. The smell of sizzling bacon and fresh coffee filled the air as he poured cup after cup for bleary-eyed commuters. "Morning, Dave," chirped Lisa, the regular who always took her coffee with 2 sugars. "Good morning, ma'am," David replied automatically, his voice rough from lack of sleep. His feet ached, his back protested, but he kept moving, because stopping wasn't an option. Not when Jacob needed his asthma medication. Not when Emily's school tuition was due. Third job, construction, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. The construction site was David's personal hell, a sun-baked expanse of concrete and steel where he hauled bricks until his hands bled. His coworkers called him Machine, because he never took breaks, never complained. "Hey Carter, slow down! You're making the rest of us look bad," joked Carlos, one of the foremen. David just wiped the sweat from his brow and kept working. Each brick he lifted represented another dollar toward keeping the electricity on, another step away from the eviction notice threatening their apartment. Fourth job, street vendor, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. As evening fell, David transformed into a street vendor, selling handmade wooden toys he carved during his rare moments of rest. The flickering street lamp cast long shadows as he arranged his wares on a rickety fold-out table. "Pretty work," remarked an elderly man examining a carved train. "You make these yourself?" "Yes, sir," David replied, his fingers tracing the grooves in the wood, grooves worn smooth by